I've had a lot of unexplainable experience with the supernatural.
When I really, for the first time, realized that it could have been like ghosts.
And one time you tweeted that there was a ghost in your house.
I have a ghost in my house. I believe in ghosts.
You are certainly not alone if you believe in ghosts or the paranormal. Gather round, Paranormal Obsessed, because it's time for some epic ghost stories. And I certainly wouldn't try to tell these celebs that ghosts and spirits don't exist because they have the first-hand paranormal proof. So whether or not you believe in ghosts, spooky season is upon us, so we decided to round up 11 of the wildest celebrity experiences with the paranormal right here on Listed. Also, fair warning guys, apparently having intimate relations with a ghost is a thing. Don't worry, we'll get to that. First up is Kendall Jenner, who grew up in a home that might have been haunted. I'm not surprised Kris Jenner had ghosts in her house. They're probably big fans of the Kardashians, and I don't blame them. Kendall told Vogue that, quote, "I don't know if I've ever seen a ghost, but I've experienced some pretty ghosty situations." She then went on to explain her paranormal encounters that she and her sister Kylie experienced growing up.
Well, in the house that my mom lives in, Kylie and I would always hear like footsteps on the roof when no one was home. Kylie's shower used to turn on all the time and we never knew why.
Kendall then said that she didn't think the spirits were evil, they were just, like I said, Kardashian fans. She said, quote, "The house was definitely haunted, but I don't think they were bad spirits. They were just nosy. If I were a ghost, I would definitely be hitting up the Jenner households to see exactly how things go down when the cameras aren't rolling." I mean that in the most least creepy way, okay? Anyway, last year, Kendall also stepped out wearing this sweatshirt that literally says, "Lucky me, I see ghosts." Yeah, I don't know if that's lucky, but I think it's safe to say that Kendall has seen a ghost or two or three in her lifetime. Next up is Lucy Hale, who apparently used to live with a ghost. Yep, you heard that right, she had some ghost roommates. In an interview back in 2010, Lucy revealed that she has a ghost in her house. She said, quote, "I don't feel that threatened though, but it definitely freaks me out." Lucy went on to explain how she knew that a ghost was in her presence.
Doors close, like not slam, but they close, and I have like a motion sensor that lights up in my apartment, and I swear it'll light up sometimes when there's nothing under it.
That is some seriously spooky stuff. In 2015, she also opened up about a picture her stepsister took of a ghost-like shadow in her family's house, and honestly, this one is gonna give me nightmares.
So she turned around and thought it was my stepdad, and it wasn't.
Then in 2016, TMZ caught her at the airport and they asked if she was still a believer in ghosts, and she said, quote, "Yeah, I sure am." She also shared her other paranormal experiences on social media, like this one day on set, she was certain the entire place was haunted.
Oh, that was real. That was real. That was real. The light turned on. This place is haunted. I think I'm taunting with them, so I should probably stop.
She tweeted out saying, quote, "It's comforting to know I have a ghost in my apartment. Doors shutting, coffee maker turning on, great, just great." So I don't know if the ghosts are following Lucy or if Lucy is following the ghosts, but either way, she's definitely seen some paranormal activity. Next on our list is one of our favorite couples, Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams. Shane has been very open about his experiences with the paranormal, but Ryland revealed that he's only started seeing and hearing spooky things since he's lived with Shane.
When I did start living with Shane, weird stuff did start to happen.
He went on to explain what kind of weird things he's talking about.
At night, I'd be sitting in the family room and I'd hear footsteps from the office, like very clear, loud footsteps that sounded like another person was in the house.
So obviously we need to know a little bit more on this backstory. Why would Shane's house be haunted? Well, you may or you may not know, but ghosts have been a part of Shane's life for a long time. He said, quote, "When I was a kid, we were really religious. I didn't think anything of it, and when things would happen when I was a kid, I didn't think it was a ghost because my mum would just tell me it was God or an angel or something. Looking back, I didn't know what it was, but it definitely didn't feel like an angel, and stuff like that would happen a lot."
A lot. I would see faces outside of my window. I would see figures in my house. I would see things all the time.
Shane explained that he realized it wasn't angels at all. He said, quote, "Everything I experienced when I was a kid wasn't angels or demons or any of that. It was ghosts, and that ghosts have been around me since I was born." He then opened up about the moment he realized he could see the paranormal.
When I really, for the first time, realized that it could have been like ghosts was when I was laying in bed and my grandma had died and a while back, and I saw her standing in my closet.
Okay, that's gonna be a no from me. Honestly, like, how creepy is that? I love Shane and Ryland as a couple more than the next person, but I'm just gonna say it, Ryland is a brave soul for living in that house. Next up is someone who I'm honestly not surprised has had paranormal experiences. Maybe it's because she played a vampire, or maybe it's something else about her, but I am not shocked that Kristen Stewart actually speaks to ghosts. Earlier this year, she opened up to Newsweek about engaging with the paranormal. When they asked her if she believes in ghosts, she said, quote, "I talk to them. If I'm in a weird small town making a movie and I'm in a strange apartment, I will literally be like, no, please, I cannot deal anyone else, but it cannot be me. Who knows what ghosts are, but there is an energy that I'm really sensitive to. Not just with ghosts, but with people. People stay in rooms all the time." Kristen has also experienced ghosts on set of her films. While shooting her 2016 film Personal Shopper, she said, quote, "We weren't making a film, we were hunting ghosts because of how many spirits were actually on set." I don't know about you, but I feel like movie sets are just naturally really creepy. You know, all those dark sets and dark corners and strange props. Sounds more like a horror movie to me, literally. Sometimes working on movies can actually bring the spirits out. At least that was the case for Lily Collins. She believes she received some messages from spirits while preparing to take on the role of the infamous serial killer Ted Bundy's ex-girlfriend in the Netflix movie Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. She told The Guardian that she was, quote, "woken up by flashes of images like the aftermath of a struggle every night at 3:05 a.m. while filming." Lily continued on and said, quote, "I discovered that 3 a.m. is the time when the veil between the realms is the thinnest and one can be visited. I didn't feel scared, I felt supported. I felt like people were saying, we're here listening, we're here to support, thank you for telling the story." Now that is some deep stuff. Zac Efron, who plays the infamous serial killer, also was concerned about playing a killer and that the whole gruesome thing had him on edge. But once he read the script, he felt a little more comfortable with it. He said, quote, "This movie was really about a human being, somebody that perhaps I could have been friends with, and a love story from a very unique perspective. I've never seen that before. It's intriguing to me. I think it's more psychological and even more kind of a mind." I don't know, maybe he felt that way because the ghosts Lily saw gave him permission to feel like that. I mean, maybe we'll never know, but that is pretty wild that they actually came to her. But not all paranormal experiences happen while we're awake. Gigi Hadid had ghosts visiting her while she was dreaming. She recalled her creepy attic bedroom growing up and this reoccurring unsettling Halloween dream.
There were these people in suits that would walk down the stairs and they had like shaped heads, like boxes or like circles or like triangles, but they would just walk slowly down the stairs.
And fans were tweaking out in the comment section. One person wrote, "Okay, so who started believing in ghosts after watching the video?" And another said, quote, "I don't think there is one person out there who hasn't experienced paranormal activity or some sort of creepy and terrifying things. Whether it's bad dreams with something chasing after you or some sort of jump scare, I feel like these things happen for a reason. Maybe these spirits or beings do those things to terrify us or show us that they are around us and to make their presence known. Like, come on, even a celebrity has experienced these paranormal activities." I couldn't agree more. They're here and they're around us, and I'm just gonna respect them so they don't come and bother me. All right, moving on from one scary story to the next. Next up on our list is our girl Selena Gomez, who definitely believes in ghosts. So much so that she actually has an app on her phone to see if there are any spirits at the various venues she visited while on tour. A few years ago, she talked to Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show about this spirit hunting app.
No, so I believe that, you know, spirits can tap into technology. Why not, right?
Obviously, this freaked Jimmy out, but now I'm thinking maybe I should download this app, especially after hearing all these ghost stories, because Emil and I are convinced there is a ghost living in the DHR studio. Anyway, moving on, Selena went on to tell a story about a time she was on tour and the app actually picked up names of people she knew.
This thing doesn't
I was
work.
in a venue and it actually said people.
Maybe that's all it says.
It said people in my life by name.
And at this point, Jimmy started to poke fun at Selena and her app, but she said, quote, "You know what? you're actually upsetting the spirits. They're mad at you. I certainly wouldn't want to upset Selena or ghosts for that matter, so if I was Jimmy, I'd sleep with one eye open. Selena has also used this app in her videos on social media. Here she is using it and actually coming across a spirit.
I'm like, there's ghosts. What's that noise? Somebody's walking down there.
And Selena also even has a song called Ghost of You, so it's safe to say she definitely believes in them. And speaking of songs about ghosts, Kesha has a song that is apparently about having sex with a ghost. Yes, the moment you've been waiting for. Allow me to explain. Back in 2012, Kesha told Ryan Seacrest on his Kiss FM radio show that her song Supernatural was about having sex with a ghost. She said, quote, "It's about the experiences with the supernatural, but in a sexy way. I had a couple of experiences with the supernatural. I don't know his name. He was a ghost. I'm very open to it." She also spoke about the experience to bang showbiz and said, quote, "I lived in this flop house at Rural Canyon and there was this weird energy that lived there and it used to keep me up at night and wake me up and it progressed into this dark sexual spirit. It did scare me, but that's part of the fun of it. I'm very open to that whole side of the universe. I'm very much into it. I believe in it. I believe in anything supernatural. I'm open to believing in it." So that leads us to the question, can you actually have sex with a ghost? Though Kesha isn't the only person who has reported having sex with ghosts. According to Eric Olson, who co-hosts America's Most Haunted, unless you can observe the ghost, you can't differentiate between what was a vivid dream or an actual encounter. But I gotta read you guys a couple of the lyrics from Kesha's song Supernatural. She says, quote, "Boy, this love is supernatural. Can you feel it? Come take me by the hand. Wanna cross the line, baby, go ahead. Till the morning light, watch my silhouette. Cause you know tonight we're gonna wake the dead." Yep, that definitely sounds like a spooky sexual encounter. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Next on our list is the last celebrity in this roundup, and we definitely saved the scariest to last. Ariana Grande has some crazy ghost stories, guys, and she's definitely a believer in the supernatural. She told Complex back in 2013 that, quote, "We'd be so stupid to believe we are the only people here. I had a ghost/demon experience. And this one specific experience seriously sent a chill down my spine." Ari explained what happened. She said, quote, "I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car and we smelled sulfur, which is a sign of a demon. And there was a fly in the car randomly, which is another sign of a demon. Then I took a picture and there are 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons." And when they asked her to see the picture, she continued on and said, quote, "I deleted it. The next day, I tried to send the picture to my manager and it said, this file can't be sent. It's 666 megabytes. I'm not kidding. I used to have a folder called Demons that had pictures with all the screen caps in it, but then weird things started happening to me, so I deleted it." Are you kidding me? If you didn't believe in ghosts before, I am certain you definitely do now, because I definitely do. And before we did this story, we took to Twitter to do a poll to find out how many of you believe in ghosts, and about 68% of you do, and 32% of you don't. But after hearing Ari's story, I want to know where that 32% of you stand, because these celeb paranormal experiences are crazy. So right now, I want to know, do you believe in ghosts, and also which celeb story did you find the scariest? I'm not gonna lie, Ari's one really had me shook. Chat it out right here in the comment section below. Also, I'm not sure how you feel about superstition and things like that, but I hear the best way to keep ghosts away is by hitting that subscribe button. Okay, I totally made that up, but you know the deal. Hit that subscribe button right there and also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver news story. And you can catch up on all the latest entertainment tea you missed right over here. I'm Sussan Morad. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you later. Did you hear that noise? Bye, guys.